Putting you in China.
Mm, Thank you.
Oh my God, I went on vacation and everyone stopped coming to class. Oh well. This might be the greatest course of all time, all things being subjective. All right. Hi. Hi, translators. Hi, Shinar. Hi, Anna. Thanks for translating me. I heard it's hard and I talk too fast. Just send me private messages. Slow down. All right. All right. Here we are. Lojong. So we're on to course 14. This is class one. Um, we'll be finished the courses soon. There's only 7 weeks left of the review of Tibetan and homework. So don't say I never did anything for you. All right. How many students we have? We have like one student. Daria, you're doing everything today. Read this. Daria and Hannah. Go ahead. Daria first.
Uh, the Tibetan word lojong uh, has been translated into English as mental training state, a reference by an eminent Lama to the famous lojong in 8 verses, which gives insight into another way of translating this word.
Yeah, I forget the exact phrasing, but it basically means developing the wish for enlightenment or something. Which the word kind of just means sem, kye is the wish for enlightenment in Tibetan, and lo means mind, like sem, and jong can mean to purify, practice, or perhaps even develop or train. So they're kind of the same word to a degree in Tibetan, at least. I forget the exact verse though. Read this,
Mhm.
please.
The first Chankya Rinpoche, Nawang Lobsang Chunden, was a former life of Pabonka Rinpoche, who lived 1642, 1714, and who served as a Lama of the Emperor of China. Empire, Empire of China. He refers to the Lojong in 8 verse as advice in developing the mind of
No, you
enlightenment.
can't. You can't skip the Tibetan there. Read it
Mhm. Uh,
like
Chon.
this. I'll show you. Um, in 8 verses as advices in developing Zhong, the mind, Sem or Lo, of enlightenment or the good heart. Okay?
Mhm.
It's key here. So
Mhm.
Lo Zhong means developing the good heart or good mind. All right, good Daria. Do you want to read the Uchen?
Mhm.
Okay.
That's right. Uh, Sempe,
Sempa.
Sempa, Chenpo, Lanri, Tan, Opa, Dorje, Senke, um, Cewei, uh,
Tepe.
Chin, hmm?
Tepe.
Cepe,
Mhm.
Cepe, Chanchun, Chanchun,
Changchup. Changchup.
Chanchup,
Mhm.
Sem, Sem Kyung Ki
Semjong,
Tam Chong
Jong,
Chong Ki
yeah,
um, Tam Tampa Tsik Ki
Tik,
Tsikie
Tik, mhm.
Tsikie uh, Mar Trakwa Trakpa.
Drakpa. Yeah, yeah. Okay. Yeah, it's mostly this, okay? Um, Sempa Chempo, that great mind of the great bodhisattvas, the great bodhisattva Langri Tang, Dorje Senge. Okay, he's the one who wrote the 8 verses. He said, um, excuse me, Tsepe Changchu, the activity of enlightenment, what you do for enlightenment, Semke Kitampa, um, the advice on developing your heart, Tik, that word is uh oh Tsikye in the 8 verses, Drakpa. It it is spoken of in the 8 verses um as a way to develop the heart by Master the great Bodhisattva um Sengye of Langritang. Ugh. Okay, that was hard. Next, number 2. Oh, look, another student came. Yay! Hana. Hana.
Hello.
Привіт. Привіт. Привіт.
Добрий вечір.
Добрий ранок.
Ну, ранок. It's вечір, evening.
Here, it's ранок. It's morning. Okay, read.
What text will serve as the source of most of the Lojong works which we will be studying? Да.
Yeah. I don't know. It's a collection of Lojongs that Geshe found, and he pulled all the Lojongs apart. I forget what it's called. Yeah, here we go. Read this.
The, ой, the search will be a compendium of the text of developing the good heart, complete by the great Bodhisattva
Com
Masha,
Okay, say source.
the source,
The source. Compendium.
compendium,
Good. Compiled.
compiled,
Good. Muchen.
Muchen, Konchok,
Yeah,
Gil,
if Anna wasn't in translating, she would tell you this is coin choke. All right.
Quinchok,
Yeah, good. Read the
Gil,
rest.
Giltse, Giltsen,
Good.
14th century.
Yeah, good. Coin choke Gelton. Yeah, it's called the Lojong Gatsa. Uh Ta here means like root text or something. Gya literally means 100, and Lojong means developing a good heart. It's like 100 books on developing a good heart. It doesn't mean it's exactly 100, it just means like a lot of them. Okay, and this is the llama's name. Mu Chen. Oh, Mu means some kind of aspiration or um faith or belief, something like that. Uh, Chen means great in this case, Chempo. Coin choke means the rare and supreme. It refers to a jewel. It's a Tibetan translation for a jewel, like the three jewels. And Geltsen means like a victory banner. Like if you just won a war or something, you stick it in the ground, like we won. It just means like victory over the of samsara, to Buddhahood or something. Okay, good job, Hannah. All right. Uh, who's here? Hong Sun.
Yes, teacher. Um, in what sense are other living being more precious than a gem that could give you anything you wish for?
Yeah, it's Gem. Okay.
Gem, yeah,
But
gem.
it's kind of impossible to know in English. Yeah, anybody know? Now we're talking about Lojong. By the way, this is real practice, and it's extremely difficult at times, okay? If it wasn't, you'd already be a Buddha or something. If you're not, okay? So, what's the answer? People are more precious than a gem because, I don't know, a very wise person this morning told me, well, you're not getting this thing you think you want, but it's probably because you're going to get something better. Okay? I'm like, fine. Meaning, if you have a, if you could wish for something, you only can wish for what you know. But if you help people, you plant the seeds for things that you couldn't even think of that could happen to you that are more amazing than what you'd even imagine. And that's how people are more precious than a gem. Anyway, all the gems, anyone who ever had gems, they just die with them. All right? You don't take them with you, but your good karma you take with you. So that's it. Read this, Hong Sung.
Yes, we are generally incapable even of imagining the
Imagining.
imagining the
Imagining.
imagining
Good.
the ultimate goal. So if we post a gem that gave us anything we wished for, we would not even be able to frame the wish properly.
Yeah, exactly. And that's always the joke, right? You get three wishes, but then, you know, you end up making bad wishes. There's a famous short story in English called The Monkey's Paw, and it was this like old shrivel up monkey's hand that could give people anything they wanted. It's kind of funny though, monkeys don't have paws. They have hands. I never thought of that. Anyway, and every time people would wish for something, it would turn out really bad. And in the end of the story, the lady wishes to have her son back who died. And he like comes out of the grave as a zombie. She's like, no. So, careful what you wish for. Okay. Am I talking too fast? Probably. Number 4. Milan, you look bored. You want to talk?
Yes,
Don't
uh,
read this.
the lines about the wish giving gem can also be read in different ways. Describe it.
All right. I don't know. Probably what I was just saying, because he doesn't exactly, he says half of what I said here. So people are more valuable because they can give you what you want more than a wish fulfilling gem. I don't know. Um, okay, that makes sense. If you get enlightened, that's better than the wish, any gem you could wish for. That's cool. Read this.
The grammar of the Tibetan phrase Semchen Tamchela Yisin No Pule Lakpe Dun Chok Trukpa also allows the reading read the ultimate goal more precious than a wish-giving gem for the sake of every living being. The point is that the state of enlightenment provides everything we ever wished for.
Wished,
Wish,
wished.
wished.
Yay, good. Yeah, Semchen Tamche La Yishi. They don't say, by the way, it should be Yishin, but Tibetans don't say Yishi. Yishin. They say Yishi, 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 Yishi.
Easy,
Right.
easy.
Not yo. Fine. Say Yishi Norbu, Milan.
Um,
Now you.
easy, novel.
Yishi.
Easy.
Yeah, good. Yishi Norbu. And by the way, it's a nickname for the Dalai Lama too. They call him the wish fulfilling gem. Um, yeah, the wish fulfilling gem, uh, Le Klakpa. It's greater than that. It's greater than the wish fulfilling gem. All sentient beings are Dunchok Drupa. Um, because they fill the because they because you achieve the highest goal. That's one way you can say it. All right. You could say it this way, um, or you can say it this way. Reaching the goal is greater than um a wish fulfilling gem. Okay. Okay, something like that. Number five. Mm, mm. Is that everyone that all the students read? Oh yeah. Panito.
Good morning.
Lo
What
Loronan.
what is a good way of avoiding the negative thought of low self-esteem and still practice the instructions of the second of the 8 verses?
Hmm. The 8 verses is the first thing I ever taught in Tibetan or translated. It's been a while though. Um, Me and Gibson did it together. That's how I taught Gibson Tibetan. Um, that worked out. I don't know. What is the second verse? Anyway, I don't remember exactly, but a good way of avoiding low self-esteem generally is to rejoice in helping others. But let's see what Geshe says. Oh, this. Oh, I see. Good. Read this, Pani Tova, please. Is she there? Maybe her internet is weird. I think her internet went out. We can view others as being highest in the sense of being special beings who are here to help us because their nature is empty. they can actually become this for us if our virtue is sufficient. Yeah, okay, I think I remember. The second verse, it says, make yourself lower than those around you. Let's look at it. It's got to be in the reading. Here we go. We're going to look at the second verse. Yay! Here we go. Here we go. We're looking at the reading. Yep, verse 2. Banitov, are you there?
Yes, sir, my internet.
Yeah, I figured. Can you read this?
When I'm with another, wherever we are, may I see myself as the lowest, may I hold the others as highest, from the bottom of my heart.
Yeah. Good. You want to read the Tibetan really quick?
Yes. Kandu su tan dok pei tse, dak ni kunle men mentashin, shinla sampa takpai, choktu chepar dinpar shok.
Perfect. Exactly. So, yeah, so we make ourselves lower and the others around us higher. And so you can interpret that in a way that actually like kind of hurts your mind. Like, I'm a loser, everyone around me is awesome. And that is not the point of it at all. Um, and I think on a higher level than what I just said, but one up, that's still not the ultimate level. You can just be like, I'm everybody's servant, which is basically Bodhisattva mentality. But this is basically Tantra, okay? This is this is one up from that. All right? Uh, because that kind of gets old too. I don't know about you, but I mean I love people, but I don't want to be their servant necessarily. I mean, I'll help people. Um, but I want to have fun more than if it's fun to serve them, I guess that's fine. Okay, but the next level up is by thinking of them as higher, you plant the seeds of seeing them as like some kind of special being, like an angel or something, or a Buddha. And that's totally possible. You can totally do it. It's annoying for the first decade or so, and then it gets easier. 2 decades? I don't know. All right, number 6. Uh, I think we're back to Daria. Daria, you read.
Mhm. Why does the third verse stress stopping the mental affliction at the very moment they begin?
Yeah, I was just thinking about this morning. Um, so recently, um, an angel came into my life, and I noticed that I want the angel to be in my life so much that every time I have even the smallest mental affliction, I'm like, no, no, go away, no. Uh, like it's this super high motivation to keep the good things in your life. Because even if you let it go for a second, it can just turn into something bigger and and horrible. Um, so that's what I say. Um, stop them as soon as you can because they can become something bigger and much worse. Let's see what Geshe said. Read this, Daria.
Because of the fact that even a few instances of negative mental karma are enough to produce the
Produce.
produce the perception of an entire low realm life, we must avoid even then few instants. These.
Yeah, even these few instants. Yeah, that's a good reason too. Next. Number 7. How many questions are there? Oh, there's 7. I'll read 7. It's a good reminder. Why are bad people described as hard to find like a mine of gold? What is he talking about? Hard people aren't hard to find. I could walk outside my house. Bad people aren't hard to find. Right? I could walk out, I could throw a rock right now and I would hit a bad person. Ah! I lived in Santa Cruz, California. Uh, and I was going to this herbal class because I'm an herbalist. And the teacher was like, "You should charge a lot for your herbal consultations because they're so valuable." And I was like, "Yeah, okay." And then she's like, "Well, not if you live in Santa Cruz. You can throw a rock in Santa Cruz and hit an herbalist." I was like, "No!" Anyway, I thought it was funny. Bad people are only hard to find in your life if you're being good. Okay? And if you are being good and you see less and less bad people, I'm surrounded by people like you all day, okay? Uh, Mainly because I don't leave my house and I just on Zoom, but also because I have tried to help people a lot. So then you're just around people who try to help people, and it's hard to find bad people. And so the bad people you do find represent the bad karma that you still have or you used to plant. And then they're like gold because you want to be so nice to them to end that bad karma. And soon they'll be extremely rare and eventually they'll all disappear. And it'll be you and some bodhisattvas and Buddhas in heaven talking about emptiness or whatever. All right? All right. It is very difficult to assemble all the causes that will bring one to total enlightenment. It is only by encountering suffering ourselves, and seeing others tormented by suffering that we can develop the wish for enlightenment. Thus, we should cherish cruel and suffering people as precious causes for Buddhahood. Thank you, President Trump. Precious cause for Buddhahood. I'm joking. Okay, that's it. That's class 1. The whole Lojong course is like that, okay? It's just about how to actually practice. So we'll have the quiz tomorrow, but the real homework is doing it today. All right? When you feel annoyed, be like, wait. What? Bad person. Look, it's Trump. Give him a hug. All right. All right. Practice Lojong. Okay, I'm gonna take a break. Bye. Thank you, translators. So nice.